Right. Let's give it another go. We'll try. I just ran a few speed tests and yeah, I think we're okay. Touch wood. Are we here? It's like a roller coaster. Yes, a really terrible roller coaster. Yeah, I was really confused then. I hadn't even like fully finished setting up the second live stream, and I was like, why is my stream not connecting? And then it was like, and ended. What? No, it's our ISP. It's a problem with them. We just checked it in our area. But it might have just come and gone and been a bit of a blip. But if it goes again, we'll do it tomorrow or something. We'll move it around. But I don't know. I'm feeling hopeful. Fingers crossed. God, we've not had tech issues for a while. Oh, that was fun. That was so much fun. Anyway.
Kettle.
Yeah, the bloody kettle. It's the kettle. It's cursed our house.
Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace, kettle. And now you've got to get another one to match the flipping toaster because it doesn't match. If you come, no, it did. Yeah, we've got to get another one now.
Right.
Because if you get a pink kettle, I might actually flip out. I might lose it.
Oh,
No, no. I don't want a pink kettle. I do not want a pink kettle unless it's pink like Moosh's mug. That could be really cool, like a neon-y pink. If you get like pale pastel pink, someone's leaving.
Okay.
Was it a smart kettle? I don't think so.
That's your
No.
wife you were talking with. Is it? No.
Had you
Girlfriend.
had you ban someone from the channel? I'm joking. It's okay. I'm just playing, Holmes. I'm just playing. Right. What am I doing? Here we go. Nice relaxing music on. Stop it.
So it means something.
Right. Thumbnails. Yeah. The bane of my existence. So these are actually thumbnails for a couple of upcoming videos. And I don't know. I mean, you do thumbnails, Paul. What's your verdict on these? Because I do find that sometimes the simple thumbnails have a tendency to work, like a before and an after and a big orange arrow, like the really simple ones. Do. Yeah, so here's a bunch of, I think these are like some of my top performing videos. In fact, actually, hang on. Top content in the last 90 days. So let me just grab this. You'll be able to see, hopefully, some of the thumbnails. If I make this a bit bigger. And take a screenshot. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And because a lot of places say, like, you know, look at what works and obviously kind of build on it. It's kind of tricky to see these actually because they're not full size. Unless. Let's try. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, so there's even an After Effects one in there. But this one did pretty well. Before and after Homer Simpson. But then this one here, just me with some big text. I think it says Genius Hacks with the AI symbol. But down here you can see a lot of, if you look behind the timestamp, a lot of like before and after. With the big old arrow. This format was nice. I really loved this format because it was just so simple. So it's not a before and after, but it's just like a nice, consistent, yeah, same again here, templated format. It's very like explanatory. Focus on your careers, not girls, because wedding is temporary, success is permanent. Oh. So I don't know. Oh, I just keep flip-flopping on this. So let's try and do some thumbnails. I mean, we could actually set up a template in Illustrator, seeing as this is where all the other stuff is. So let's do 1920 by 1080. So we've got our 16 by 9 format. Oh yeah, we could fit some thumbnails down here. Let's try and fit some thumbnails down the bottom. I like that. Very nice. All right. Grab the text. So what is it? This is Montserrat and Pixelify. That's a weird name to say. Pixelify. That's horrible to say. Oh, hey, Moosh. Long time no see. Oh, funny. Right. Okay. Right, let's get some sort of icon in here. I mean, maybe this will be easier this time, because now I've actually got some sort of loose brand guidelines to work within. So maybe defining a style is going to be a lot easier. Yeah, we could do that. The pixel font's not the easiest to read at a small size. I think it depends on the words. So I might be able to get away with it. We might need to lean more into Montserrat. What have we got there? So that's going to be our thingy-mabob. Secondary font is Inter. Right. Let's scale you down. Just a wee bit. Nice. Okay, so I mean, maybe we ditch the arrow altogether. Or actually, maybe because I've got the current arrow, maybe actually, where was it? Oh, where have I put it? Yeah, there was like a tooltip thing we did. So I wonder if we'd actually do a new arrow in this style. In my style? How would an arrow look in this style? That's a very good question, Dan. I should probably try and answer that. Where is the actual arrow? Because I think this is a vector. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So we've got the gradient. The gradient was kind of what I did before, so that's kind of actually been superseded. As much as I love that arrow, I'm not really using the gradients anymore. So let's just try a solid color. I'd love to be able to make some progress on the thumbnail side of it, because I just want to get in front of the camera and make more videos. I can make videos so quickly, but the thumbnail process is just like a flipping blockage. And I can do it myself, but I just need to make it as easy as possible. Yeah, it's making templates, but having the flexibility that they don't look too repetitive. I'm alright, Harris. I'm okay. Third go at the stream, but so I'm hanging in there. Right. Let's get that going. So we're using the colors. So this is like I need to come up with it. I need to actually name these colors so I can refer to them by name. So let's start playing around with this arrow and try and get that to fit with everything that's been defined so far. So we could have it like that. We could add a stroke. I mean, that's pretty simple. See, that's consistent, but it doesn't really stand out enough because I feel like the contrast is quite important for the thumbnail. So I need to have one design that's going to be like visual. So there's a thing. There's our before. There's our after. It doesn't leave an awful lot of space though. That is the downside. But that's the before and the after. And then but then where do you put the app icon? Or do you just ditch the arrow and have that there? And the before and after is obvious. I don't know if it is or if it needs to have an arrow to be like fully kind of just, spell it out. Yeah, so I'm probably going to lean more into Illustrator, to be honest, Draco. And then Photoshop, where, like, for the pre-recorded videos, and then bring Photoshop in where it's relevant. Focusing on Photoshop and Illustrator, I think, like trying to do, like, multiple apps, I think YouTube finds it very difficult to know where and who to serve me to, and it gets just really confusing. So I think I'd focus probably more on the Illustrator stuff, and then where Photoshop's kind of relevant, bring that into videos. But yeah, probably like a similar format, more like a style that is just recognizable. It's like, oh yeah, I know that, that's a Dansky thumbnail without having to have my face on everything. Yeah, it's hard. Really hard. I mean, what was that other format? It was very much thumbnail top left. Sorry, not thumb. What am I on about? Thumbnail top left. Icon. And then text down here. So it kind of gives lots of space. Right, so I'm going to use this video as an example here. Stop using the pen tool for logo design in Illustrator. I'm not sure if I should probably go caps as well for thumbnails. It's a heck of a lot easier to stack with caps. Yeah, I don't think the pixel font's going to work either. Hmm? You're making popcorn? Ooh. Can I have some? Oh wait, I'm not allowed Am I allowed popcorn? Is it sweet or? I could have a little bowl. It is a thumbnail design, yeah. So this could be one format, and then you kind of have a lot of space over here to play with. And then we could do a dark mode version as well, so we're not always just constrained to one color. Where's my... this? There we go. And we'll make that white. And we'll reverse it out. I mean, there could be another format as well. So we could make this a bit smaller. Use this instead. And then have a line here for some smaller copy. So a little bit more in line with what I did before. This is something I used to do. So it's just kind of like a descriptive line just to give a tiny bit more context. Use this instead for better logos or something. You know, some context. It's kind of tricky using text with the before and after, because as soon as you put this in the middle, it doesn't leave a lot of space either side. This format's pretty good if I want to use like a picture of me. I mean, maybe I should use pictures of me more. I don't know. But I like to try and show the result like in the thumbnail. Right, what other ones we got? Yeah, so let's try another version of that. Ah, this one as well up here. Oh, it's so annoying. The video content is so easy to do in terms of just like even something like taking a design review submission and I could just open it up, make some changes, capture that on camera and talk through it. And that's, quick edit and it's ready to go. But it's just the thumbnail is like the bottleneck. Yeah. I like the pixelated orange word. All right, well, maybe I was a little bit quick to rule that out. Let's chuck it back in. Uh, hmm. I think with your subs that you're appealing to your current audience a lot. You've had a great idea. Go on then. No, it's too hard to read. It like needs to be very, very clear at a glance. I mean, where's my other screenshot? Yeah, I mean, this is so frustrating. Some of these have icons and some don't. It's almost almost nearly 50-50. I'd say 60-40 in favor of having the app icon on there. I definitely prefer the light mode for a lot of stuff. It's not going to work, the pixel font. I just had it in all caps a minute ago and I hated it. And some of the letters are a bit weird. If I get rid of the app icon, use this. Let's try. Yeah, see, look, oh, T is horrible. Urgh. It's just, oh. What's your grand master plan, Kerry?
You want to watch it?
Hmm? Oh, I'll have a little bit, yeah. Okay. Thought that whole bowl was for me then.
Quiet.
Doesn't look like a pickaxe, isn't it? And the H is weird as well. It's just like got an extra pixel added for no reason. You could do a review based on your course members' module completion. How do you mean? What, a review of the work? I could make my own pixel font, but it's again, it's more time. And yeah, I've got to get speed and efficiency down. I do too much. I'm only one person, and I am the bottleneck. I've become my own bottleneck, and it's frustrating. So I need to try and get as much done with the time that I got. And I don't think spending like 4 to 5 days on custom thumbnails is probably a good use of my time. Do you know what I mean? No, that's very kind of you. I mean, could do, yeah, I could do and convert it into a working font. That would be cool. Right. Where's my channel? Hmm. Genius hacks. Yeah, see, that was a video that did really well. I mean, thumbnails aside, the website's coming together really well. Translating a lot of the stuff from this document to the website's actually gone pretty smoothly, touch wood, so far. So I don't think it'll take too long for that to be up. Instagram posts, I'm looking forward to doing some of them. I think they're pretty good for the styling as well. So every time I kind of do design something on a stream or a logo or whatever, I can just boom, 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 drop it in the template, post it to Instagram. I think Instagram will probably be more showcasing my work and process a little bit. Yeah, that was weird that you said that at exactly the same time. Oh, I need a nice looking arrow. I need a sexy arrow. Have I not done any? Or maybe... Hmm. Maybe a more linear arrow. So if I wanted to do like an arrow with a slight curve, this is probably how I'd do it. Instead of using the pen tool, I'll probably do something like that. Use a rectangle. Yeah. So maybe something subtle. And then get the shape builder tool. And just trim off all the excess. So I'm just kind of left with this piece here. And then we need to just give it a... So with the pen tool, you could do this. You could go... But you run the risk of inconsistencies. Instead, grab a square, rotate it, remove a point. You've got perfect symmetry. And then we can just rotate that to match the angle. So if we line those points up like that, that's pretty close. We'll get them exact, select them, average. There we go. And then all I got to do is set the rotation point and do that until I kind of line it up. And then if I want to make it smaller, S for the scale tool, and scale towards that same point as well. Ugh, why are you scaling one side? Okay, maybe not. There we go. Scale tool's a little bit twitchy sometimes. There we go, and we have a lovely linear arrow. Which we could actually shrink down. And then just make the arrowhead bigger. And this might just take a bit of rotating. So maybe a different style of arrow altogether. Yeah, there we go. So I don't know, maybe that'll do the job. I do kind of flip-flop between having me on the thumbnail and not. Although saying that, actually, these are some of my top performing videos in the last 90 days. There's only one with me on. So actually, that's probably a load of rubbish. And there's a few of them here with this format. Left aligned, detailed, descriptive. So, I don't know. Maybe just a couple of formats is the way to go. Yeah, because you could have that as a pretty consistent format. Just sort of split the thumbnail in half so you never really go onto this side, and then over here you've got your lovely visual. Could that arrow go on here as well? Yeah, I suppose you could do that. Or you could flip the arrow. So this arrow does have a bit of flexibility to point to things. Oh, excuse me. So, maybe that is a good arrow, actually. I can flip it around and move it to point to different bits if I want to. Yeah. Yeah, you could actually. I mean, this is just kind of example text, really. So if I were to take another one of these, this video format always performed really well, like a multi-tip video. Um, so let's just do like a giant 9. Uh, 9 Pro tips for graphic designers. This sort of format always used to do really well because I think people would look at the video and go, "Oh wow, it's a 10-minute video, but I get 9 tips." So do you know what I mean? That is a good return on that time investment. And then it's just trying to figure out something to go over here. Hey, Kaya. The problem is when you want to write like photo manipulation. Do you see what I mean? As soon as you write long words. So that probably down here. 9 new features. So it does get a little bit tricky trying to put different words in and things. Yeah, I know. It's it's just I hate long words, but with like photo manipulation, it's there's only so many ways you can say it differently or shorten it. Do you know what I mean? unless what you do with the type, I mean, this is probably going to end up being more typography related, actually. You know, you have to sort of maybe get a little bit more creative and do things like this, where you kind of stack text. You can see, like, you save a lot of space then. Yeah, so all these thumbnails, pretty much all of them except one, app icon top right. Yeah. But then it's also making the thumbnails feel interesting and different. If all the thumbnails just end up looking like this, it's consistent, but it's not. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be very interesting because visually it's all the same, so there's no sort of variety. So it's been tricky. Ah, yeah. Some words are a lot longer. I used to find this with German, localizing to German, the sentences could be like twice as long as the English version, and it was just like, ah, okay. So when designing, if you are going to have those sorts of languages, you always kind of almost design for the worst and the best case scenario. And then everything between that is covered. Whereas if you kind of design something like a template with the ideal copy, it can all fall apart when it comes to actually, you know, real world use. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, this looks kind of cool. So yes, you can see sometimes it is trying to play a game of Tetris, getting it around the text. I think the orange is going to be quite important. The orange and the fonts are going to be quite important in making my thumbnails recognizable. And it's not like I'm trying to get loads of views. Like, views are great, but I'm more interested in making good content that's recognizable so people want to, they go, oh, that's Dan, and they want to come back and learn. And then hopefully they then are interested in my courses and might become a student. So, like, I've got some videos that don't perform well in terms of like the view count, and YouTube says, these videos aren't doing too great. But actually, those videos generate quite a few sales in terms of people signing up to the courses and things. So it's very interesting. Yeah, so maybe we could pepper in some of those illustrations. Hey, Rico. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, Care. So worst and best case scenario, you want the shortest amount of text. So let's say that you have a bunch of words. Hello, I am a milk carton. I don't know why I wrote that. Like this is like English. This is probably like a middle case scenario, but maybe in Swedish you say blah, 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 and you can see that's a lot shorter. So you want to find the language that's going to have the fewest words, or the shortest translation. And in German, you might say Ich habe eine Funde Stadt eine Milchkarten, bitte.
You're right, Dan.
Hey?
You okay?
No, I don't. I think I'm losing it. I am a milk carton. That would be your longest translation, so your worst case scenario, effectively. Yeah. Just to clarify, that wasn't actual German then. This word here, isn't actually a word. So that's what I mean when I say west, best, and worst case scenarios. Longest localization and shortest localization is probably a better way of saying it. Oh God, carton ski. 11 languages. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that'll be pretty full on. Right, what's that other thumbnail? Okay, this one here. Pen tool and ellipse tool. Right, let's try that, Dan. We'll do a before and after with your new Supertastic arrow. That's not what I want. Tools. Right, pen tool, ellipse tool. Do, 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 do. All right, let's try this. Don't know why that's happening. Aligning causes my stroke weight to reset. Why not? Oh, it's like a smiley face, actually. That's good. Hello. Ah, see, it just looks so plain. Maybe an orange arrow. Ah, there we go. Sorry if this isn't especially interesting. It is just one of those things that I really do struggle with and I really need to kind of crack because it's just going to hold up making new content. Plus, it drives me completely insane. Oh, nice. You got a new PC and it's running nice. Excellent. What did you go for if you've got the specs to hand? Did you go Intel or AMD? You know what to do, Paul. Oh no. Oh no. No, Paul. Be gentle. Or actually, if I wanted to do before and after, I've got my little palette here of, I think that's white, yeah. So we've got this next color in. Let's grab E. Let's grab E. And I can't unsee a face there now. Yeah, so maybe something like that. I mean, the actual design for that is the Discord logo for that video. Have I got some other versions? Oh, I swear I had some other ones. No. Hmm. What about, actually, no, I know something I used to do. I know something I used to do that might make things a bit easier. I think I actually took the app icon out and I had it written. So it is a little bit more kind of descriptive. Oh no, I ran out of space already. It didn't take long, did it? Or you just drop it off entirely and keep it more in the video title, you know? And over time, I think maybe people just kind of get used to associating you more with Illustrator rather than just trying to do everything. God, it's bloody hard. It's flipping hard. Or you stick it top right. So it's kind of there, but out the way. And then you have all this space over here for text. So, what other videos have I got? Oh, this one, the flipping spiral tool. See, this is a cool video, but it's the thumbnail. I did so many versions. I'll show you them. If you think they're good or bad, or just shout out the version number. So this is version 7. I feel like the arrow and the icon's too much. That's nothing. That's version 5. So with text and the icon to give a bit of context. Version 4, that's not even finished. Version 3 sort of tries to do in a before and after, but the shapes are kind of weird. Version 2, just loads of illustrations of what you can do with the spiral tool and the icon. And then version 1, that is just literally just a sea of illustration. I spent way too long on this. Such a headache. Such a headache. Send help. But that'd be a good one to work on, actually. So if I grab the illustration. And plonk it in. Two or 5. Yeah, both of which have the giant Illustrator icon. Where have you gone? Oh yeah, let's use that paste inside shortcut. I flipping love that. That's so good. So it works for other graphics as well as like actual photos and things. Yeah. I mean, there is something else I've got. I downloaded this the other day. It's like a sort of partial mini UI kit that could be helpful. So if I wanted to do something about the shape builder tool, for example, you could kind of get that in there. So like when I'm talking about a specific tool, have like some UI elements. And this arrow here, I mean, maybe that would have to be orange to stand out. So then you could kind of flip it and then use it to point to different bits. Oh yeah, what other bits are there? Where's the Discord? I'm going to find the Discord logo actually. Right. Discord. Project files. There you go. Where's my oh no, which one's the old coffee? Which one's the new coffee? Oh. Yeah, so this is another upcoming video. and it's creating the Discord logo with just the ellipse tool. It's really cool, actually. So that's the idea behind, don't use the pen tool, use the ellipse tool. It's not clickbaity. It is literally like a really, really useful technique. But it's whether you literally show the Discord logo and the end result, or show more and tease the tool that you should use and shouldn't use. What about having like a cross? Yeah, like a big fat X on it. Like, no. Do not do this. Yeah, that could work, actually. Yeah, so maybe orange linear UI elements. So crosses, arrows. What about another before and after? It could be, I'll just drag you down. So we could do the cross still, but do like a tick as well, or a little check, but maybe chuck it inside a box. Let's get that there. Yeah, so a little check. This is good. This is bad. So there's one there. And then if we move this over, what would that be? Would that be in the same orange? Hey, Casper. I mean, it might have to be central. But yeah, do you see what I mean? So just another way of showing this good, this bad. Something else about thumbnails. I like the Illustrator logo visible because YouTube sometimes gives wonky recommendations. So then you're halfway across a video. And this isn't what I looked for. Okay. Yeah, honestly, as much input from all of you as possible, because you're the people I make the videos for. So if I'm putting all this time into these videos and trying to, I'm obviously trying to make them as good as possible, but if I'm screwing up the packaging of the video and it's not resonating with the people it's designed for, then there's obviously there's a problem there, Oh, nice. Ooh, 32 gigs of RAM. Delicious. Having the logo visible gives another check that it's indeed the thing I wanted. Okay, cool. So if you saw that, when you say having the logo visible, if you saw this, Kea, even though it's black and white, my own version of the AI logo, would you still look at that and go, oh yeah, Adobe Illustrator? I mean, you could do it green. It's recognizable. Okay. Illustrator logo, make sure that's what I want to see. Okay. So this video here, where would I stick the Illustrator logo in there? This is where the problem happens. It's going to have to go in the middle. It's going to have to get sandwiched in between everyone. Sort of leaning into that symmetry a bit more. And you could always get rid of the half and half thing. Like, it doesn't have to be half and half. It just, having that light color just sort of subtly helps reinforce the two different halves. Or you could just make the whole AI logo orange. So my sort of Dansky orange. But then let's just say I do a Photoshop tutorial. What color do you do then? Do you do it the same orange? So it's on brand, or is that more Illustrator oriented, which is going to confuse people? Even the addition of a small logo. A snail logo? What? Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I suppose if it's really small, there's no reason not to include it, is there? Don't do the orange, it kills the X on the pencil. Oh, what? So it takes away from the. Do you mean it distracts from the X here? Yeah, it's so difficult. Ah, what am I doing? Right, let's do this slowly. There we go. Yeah, so maybe it's the sort of thing, it needs to be on there, but it doesn't need to have any sort of prominence or attention. It's not the focus. It's an extra little nod. It will say Illustrator in the title as well. Yeah. Right, okay. So use of colors like the orange should only be used as like something to pull attention to. We call that the attention color. So it could be this arrow here. It could be the cross. Uh, in fact, let's just grab this and I can have this AI logo at the same size every thumbnail. See, even sort of nailing this down would be so easy. I'm fed up of thinking what logo to use and where to put it, and it just, oh god, it's such a waste of time. So hard. It's hard for my brain. Then do you run into the problem of all the thumbnails being white and just looking the same? What about just a completely orange thumbnail? If we were to do that with white text on it. Donnie the dishwasher. Uh, let's grab this. I don't really do illustrations on orange, but I mean, I think sometimes if the design is interesting, in fact, what I should do really, no, I should grab a course design. That's a really good idea. Oh, where have I put them? Oh no, have I got, where's it gone? Hang on, I'll find them. Because in the courses, there's lots of really cool designs. But if I were to pretend that one of them was for a video. Yeah, I'm just looking for the style, Raquel, because I don't want everything to be a template, like a literal template, because it will just get very samey. But I want like a design system that's got the flexibility to be recognizable, consistent, and creative. That's kind of what I need. Does that make sense? So is the orange more of an accent than a primary brand color? Let's going back and forth doing our branding. Because you don't want to dilute the brand. The orange is effectively an accent color anyway. For CTAs, highlighting keywords in pixel fonts. And it is used on the logo as well. So it is a brand color, but it's used, as you can see, just on this example, sparingly for some stuff. So this would be a slightly more odd use of it, I suppose. But I'm just seeing if it works. But here I'm just using it to draw attention. I guess you could call it in a drawing attention color. Whether it's a CTA or an arrow, it's kind of like a, hey, look at this. This is the thing I want you to look at. Like 9 tips. This thing, not that thing. It does make sense. Okay, good. Yeah, I think the thing as well is this whole thing is like it's none of it's locked down definitively. Like even going through and applying stuff to the website. What did I do yesterday? I went through one of the sales pages, and I'll show you actually. It's the course template, and the whole thing just felt very, very, let's just say black and white for simplicity's sake. And I was like, it needs more of the color, the orange, the Dansky orange. So then I went through and made all the titles that color, and it not only helped to break up some of the content and clearly define the sections, but it just got some more of that cool orange in there, you know, rather than everything just being totally black and white, which I think was a good change. Oh, it's right. I gotcha. Yeah, I see. Kind of a primary accent color. You love the orange. Yeah, I think with the logo as well. The logo was up until I think the other day when we changed it. That was again just black, and there's just no identity there. Even the pixel font is just whoops. It's just unique. Whereas before it was just a sans serif font. The whole thing was just so generic, and it feels like slowly but surely there's like this actual visual identity being carved out that is unique. And if it stays like that, I've got no idea. It might change and evolve over time, and maybe this whole document will look a lot different in a year's time. But at least it's you have a starting point and something to work towards. So there's the website, certificate design. Any if I do any new versions for the course boxes, the thumbnails, these are like real world things that I need to actually apply all this to. And to be honest, I just want to kind of get it done now. I want to get it locked down so I can just get on with actually doing stuff and using it. But my brain is like very hyper consistent template, very what's the word, like formulaic. And I really struggle with trying to find that balance between template and having enough flexibility where I can still be creative. Because I actually do enjoy designing thumbnails. What gives me the headache is just trying to design them in a way where they look consistent and recognizable, but knowing where the creative bounds are, I find it so difficult. Hey, Elect. Text on whatever text is on the dark background is really hard to see. This one here. Oh, thanks, Smoosh. I think it's all getting there. It's all getting there. I just don't want it to get stuck in designer hell where it never really moves. And 3 months later, I'm still working on it, you know? Coin Maverick. Hey, Dansky. Hello. Your widows are killing me. Oh, what, on the website? Yeah. It's one of those things I will go through and reword things like these bits here to make sure everything lines up. Yeah, I'm less bothered about a widow. Like, it's not ideal, but I'll sometimes reword it. But it's when you've got three sections that aren't like level and they're like a bit wonky. That's I can't deal with that. Do you know what I need? I need to find a YouTube channel that's got a similar thumbnail design. Very white, light. What other videos have I got? Yeah, oh, that's very kind of you. I've got my courses if you do want to learn all of my tricks and tips and secrets. Photoshop and Illustrator from beginner through to the most advanced stuff I can teach. So that is finally out in the wild. Catch you later, Zakir. That text, it's almost as dark as the background. Oh, sorry, I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's absolute fail. I tried looking at that earlier, but I couldn't figure out how to change it. Because I think it's a bit of dynamic content. That's the only bit on the page, I think, that's like... I think light mode. Yeah, light mode's better. But I actually haven't been able to figure out how to change it. I don't know why. Code block? No. there's something about it that's very different to all the other text. Changing the color of text normally is very easy. Not sure. All right. Uh, right. So this is the stuff from the Illustrator masterclass. So if I were to grab one of these as an example and just pretend it's a lesson, maybe something with color. Okay. So how does that slot into this design? Yeah, because then when you introduce other colors from actual designs, it just adds another layer of complexity. This is a really good lesson, by the way. If anyone's in the Illustrator masterclass and you want to create 3D icons, um, the native 3D capabilities of Illustrator are nothing compared to using Adobe Dimension. So you create your custom shapes in Illustrator, you bring them into Adobe Dimension. The results like this, as you can see here, that you can get are so much better. You don't need like any other crazy 3D software. Just Illustrator and Adobe Dimension. That's covered in the course as well, and you can get some flippin' lush looking 3D icons. Oh, awesome, Marina. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. Yeah, these are thumbnails. Right. I've got some other before and afters that I could use actually. Hmm. Let's try this one. Zoom. Yes, Spline is good for 3D models. It's very simple as well, actually, to use once you get used to it. Blender's good, yeah. Blender's got a much steeper learning curve, though. And to get things looking simple and clean like this, for example, if you like that sort of 3D icon style, Spline's a heck of a lot easier than Blender. Hmm. Okay, so we've got a couple of templates. Before and after. Orange accent. I mean, I could even make a little group of assets to use. So got the cross shape, the arrow shape, just other bits and pieces that can be drag and dropped. Custom type design. Ooh, Spline or Blender. Depends on the use case. If I'm creating like a 3D product mockup and I want full 3D control, advanced stuff, Blender. If I want simple 3D icons, Spline. You could do a lot with Spline, but I use it mostly for kind of in the same way I use Blender, actually. A lot of the time it's to like accompany what I'm doing. So if I just open up Blender, this is something I just did for the courses. I wanted to get some artwork, and you can download pre-made mock-ups and things, but I wanted to make my own mock-up as a 3D model, because then if I wanted to, I could animate it, make a little video out of it. So for me, it made sense to spend the time modeling it in Blender. So I've got the box art here. I can switch out the artwork for any of the courses. Is it animate? No, I don't think it's set to animate. Oh yeah, yeah, there it is. But it's not playing for some dumb reason. But yeah, it's set to spin. So you could have it spinning infinitely if you wanted. And then you can adjust the angle as well. I think Spline's free to get started. Yeah, I think it is. But they do have like paid plans, I think, as well. Cool. This is turned into quite the heft of work. I mean, if I just go on my YouTube channel at the minute, maybe you'll see what I mean, or maybe you'll think I'm overthinking it. Do you see what I mean? There's just no real consistent visual style. And I obviously watch people on YouTube. There's so many creators I follow, and I could spot their thumbnail out of a lineup. Like, it's just so obvious. Which is good, because then as you build an audience and you get more people follow you and want to watch you, they can recognize your thumbnails instantly. Yeah, see, a lot of the ones that perform well don't have my face in, which is lovely. Yeah, this one did all right as well. Oh, old studio. Oh, where was the last video in the old studio? Might have been. Might have been that one. Oh no, I'm gonna get copyrighted. Um, yeah, a lot of them don't actually have my face in, which is quite good. You're on the right path. Oh, thank you, Raquel. I do hope so. Because, like the brand guidelines for me, I think I said that I've never really fully done it at this sort of level before for myself. And it's sorely needed. And I think it's just more important than ever now. Like, it's going to underpin a lot of what I do. It's going to help me have a clearer understanding of my brand from a visual perspective, which again ties back to what I was saying earlier, in that I'm just one person. I do a lot, and I spend too much time working on things that don't really benefit me or the business much. So it's being smarter with my time. And I think if I've got a clearer understanding of visually how to design for myself, which is frustrating at times and difficult, like doing your own logo, it could be a real bloody pickle. If I've got a clearer understanding of my brand from a visual point of view, it makes it easier to knock out certain graphics and things. Hopefully, that's the theory anyway. It should make me more efficient. That sounds so sad. Oh, what, did I say something? What's sad? Oh, he did. Oh, I love that paste inside feature. Oh, I don't mind that. I don't mind. I don't mind not having my face in, just because if the ones with my face in do better, then I have to take photos and all that stuff. I'm very detail oriented, so when it's like a design, it's fine because I can just do what I need to do. Whereas when I have to have my face in a thumbnail, my face suddenly becomes part of the design, and I analyze the design and my face like I do any other design. So any um, imperfections on my face, or like what's the opposite of symmetry? Asymmetry, I guess. Anything that's just things, little things. My face is part of the design, and it's just irritating. It's so irritating. Even the fact that my ears are actually my earlobes are actually both different shapes. It drives me nuts when you look straight down at the lens of the camera. Everything is a design to me. In fact, as you were saying about Widow's Moosh, when I write a text message, I can't send a text message if it has a widow, because I don't see it as a text message. I see it as a piece of typography. So I reword my message to remove widows, which is totally stupid, really, because, you know, people on different screen sizes aren't going to see it the same way. But hey, I live in the details. It really is, Marina. It really is. I'm working on my logo for 2 weeks. Keeps on changing, like you are doing something else just because we can. That's it. Yeah, because we can. We do. And you can end up just in design hell forever. Is your own logo ever really going to be finished? Ah, yes, I do have a beginner Blender course for free on YouTube. That sent me into a spiral. Everything is designed, said Paul Rand. Oh, did he? Well, yes, I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, I don't think this really fits, and I'm not a massive fan of this, but that would be my like dark mode version. But I think a lot of stuff, even the site, just the lighter version with the orange, I feel like it still has dark mode, so you can still flip it around and to be dark mode, but I feel like this is the way that I want to go with it. I mean, even just looking at this, actually, just to give myself an idea for a second, what about... Hang on. All right, let's get rid of this because this is useless. So... I mean, that's a cool... I mean, oh... no, don't break the flipping website, Dan. Sorry, I was going to show you the slider. These are real fun. Let's find a good one, yeah. So the before and the after. So you model the cup in Illustrator, and then you do the logo with the type here. We do the coffee bean icon separately. We then turn it into a repeating pattern, and then we Photoshop the logo and the graphics and even the corrugated card effect all onto the cup. So that's all done natively in Illustrator. And I forget which course that's in. Is that first class or master class? No, hang on. What am I in now? I should know this. Yeah, that's in first class. Oh, wow. I thought that was the master class. Yeah, no, that is the Illustrator first class. So if you like the look of that and you want to learn Illustrator from the ground up and end up doing 3D mock-ups and poster designs, it's that course is $99. $99. There you go. Get your mock-up on. But yeah, that actually just gave me an idea. So what about if with graphics I contain them in a box with some description? I use rounded rectangles a lot. I have my webcam when I do a video as a rounded rectangle. So we could do that. We then need the Illustrator thing. Little doodah in there. Now, where is that cup? Where is the damn cup? Or even a different example. Actually, I could use this one, the trophy, because this is cool. I could have that maybe just creeping outside. It could look pretty snazzy. And right, I've got to find the bad version of that now. Where is it? I'll show you this, because if you've got the masterclass, you'll like this one. It's a really good way of just taking your icons a bit further beyond doing just 2D stuff. Right, project files. Oh my goodness, so many files. Ah, there we go. Right. Hopefully this is the right file. Yeah, I think it's something like this. So you start by creating like a two-dimensional flat version of it. And then if you go into your 3D, and then revolve it around not the left edge, but the right edge, you can create that. Now, the cool thing about this is if I get rid of this, so you see we've still got the flat version. The 3D is just an effect. But as I edit the 2D version, I'm actually making changes. So I could go down and do this, for example. I'm just doing this very quickly to show you. In fact, it's a bit easier to kind of edit it in this outline mode. And connect it up. And then if we go and have a peek inside, we've actually made a bowl shape. So you'd be surprised how much modeling you can do in Illustrator, especially in terms of if it's like symmetrical and you revolve it around a thing. Let's say you want to make some of these bits a bit smaller or larger. So you're adjusting the 2D version, but you do get to see those changes in real time. Oh, we could just do something silly actually, and go, oh hey, just for the hell of it. Yeah, it is. It is really satisfying. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff you can do. You know, we could do some little ridges, little bumps. And obviously you can work with precision to get it looking a bit more product model like. But obviously that looks crap, you know, when you compare it to the other one. Even if I turn on ray tracing, which is going to make it look a bit better. as long as it doesn't completely crash everything. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, off. And then it's going to take 17 hours to re-render again. So it does look better, but it's nothing compared to this. You look at the difference between those two. Night and day. I can't remember why I was... Oh yeah, of course, I needed a bad version of this, didn't I? So we could always just copy this over. So maybe the before and the after live inside these frames. That could be kind of cool. And we could then... Yeah, just have a color in there. I need another example. I don't like this. I don't really like that one. Or what was the before and after I had on the website, actually? Yeah, that could be quite good. You could have the before and the after on one side. So where are... Oh, there it is. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, slightly better comparison. Yeah, so that's chunked up a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, so maybe this is actually a good way to do before and after, for especially for photos and things. That could be really cool. So, all right, let's try this. We've got the icon. Again, this is Illustrator Masterclass stuff. Scale them down. With a photo, it would be really good, actually, if it was like Photoshop stuff, because then you could have bits coming out of the edge that would look really cool. Yeah, let's get you in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a template. It's still got the Illustrator logo in the middle, but it's one that lends itself to images a bit more, or photos. So the background of the thumbnail is still white. Just going all in on that white clean style, like everything else. But then if I need to have any color for something in the on there, I've got these rectangular containers that I can stick it in. Even a photo, actually. Oh, where's the harmonized thumbnail? Where are you? Yeah, let's try you. Oh, this could be so good. I'm pretty sure I got a before and after. We got Woody. Yeah, there we go. Before and after. So we'll take the before and... Ah, no, I've run out of space again. Stay with me, Illustrator. Please don't crash. Actually, I'm going to save just in case. I don't trust it. Right. Shift F. We'll paste. No. Okay, I might have to save this. We'll go before. And after. Right, let's try pasting that in. Right, before, after. To be fair, Illustrator's handling this document very well. Oh, whoops, it's pasted them both in there. No, I didn't mean that. Okay. Right, let's size them up. And we'll cut you. Paste inside. Nope. Oh, why can I not paste inside you? Whoa, something weird happening. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. And that's the wrong way around. Whoops. Swap them around. Yeah, so then it's still got the whole white thing, white light thumbnail. Oh God, what's Kerry doing? Keep your eyes on the road, Kerry. Yeah, maybe something like that. Have so images can be contained in there. And then if I want to have like bits of certain images creeping out the sides, I could do that. But it's a way that I can integrate photography and imagery or Photoshop or anything really. So I'm not locked into just having that linear icon style. I can actually add any sort of imagery, but my thumbnails are still predominantly white and light. Yeah, well, that one is very templated. That one is super templated. But even these two here, like these two here, you know, if it's like a vector graphic or something like this, you don't necessarily have to have it in the container. So there's sort of, you could do that as well, by the way. you know. So that's what I meant, you know. There is like a loose template that can flex for images and vector graphics, but it doesn't have to look exactly the same. But this is what I would add to here. So this is like another element, like a container. So just like a little bunch of assets that I can use. Because the thing is, you might even, you know, you could look at that and go, ah, yeah, but you need the arrow on there and it's not very enticing and all this stuff. But to be honest, you can end up overthink, or at least I do. I overthink thumbnails so much, and then suddenly 2 to 3 weeks have gone by and you haven't posted. And it's like, is it more important that you post and just keep posting and keep showing up, or is it more important that you know, nail the perfect thumbnail so you get loads more views? Like, yeah, because I think a lot of it's important, but like when it actually like has a negative impact on you or your posting frequency or whatever, I feel like that's when it could become like a problem. Yeah, so even there, like the arrow, that works, it's fine. We're heading to 1 million, so you need to consider that. Oh, what do I need to consider? Oh yeah, the 3D is quite fun. The 3D stuff. I think you'll enjoy that, Raquel. Consider getting new subscribers. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's just getting the posting frequency up as well, you know. Because I could go into the, what's it called? The folder of design submissions, and I could pluck one out. I could just do my thing, work on it, and then boom, that'd be a piece of content. And as I was saying earlier, the thumbnail's always the bottleneck. So if I've got at least a bunch of different formats that I can just go, oh yeah, so this is a good before and after example, Bosch, drop it in there or whatever. It's just going to make it much easier to just get that content out without things backing up. Because what happens is it will get to the thumbnail and it will get stuck, and then I'll be doing something else and something else, and then I'll be streaming, and suddenly before you know it, like a lot of time has passed, and it's like, oh, this should have gone up like ages ago. The 1 million party. Yeah, I think being detail oriented can be good, but you obviously, in my case, you can take it too far, and it could become a hindrance. So, and like with this, I think the old saying "done is better than perfect" is very applicable. But this is good. This is a good step forward. That's not something I've tried before. Even this, just looking at these graphics here on the page, it's like, oh yeah, that's actually quite consistent with the website as well. And it doesn't even just have to be in that sort of split. You know, if I grab the shape, let's just play around with this for a minute. You know, we're still reusing that same shape. You know, you could do something like that. And then use that shape in a different way. But you've still got all the bits and pieces on there. You got the Illustrator logo or whatever. And then you could have almost like some cards with little bits of something showing. It is a damn curse, yeah. So yeah, maybe the shape is actually a really solid win. As a container device. Yeah, I think that should be my goal. That should be my challenge in the next week or so, I think, is to try and make a bunch of videos, bash out some thumbnails with this system, and just try and nail it down by actually working on some stuff. Because even this one here, you know, you could get rid of these illustrations and grab that. Make that a bit smaller. Maybe get rid of that. However you set it up. Do you know what I mean? It does have quite a lot of flexibility having that container. That's cool. I've never done that as well. That's where I always struggled to have a template, was because going from Illustrator to Photoshop, you're going from vector to raster and they're just totally different. But now with some sort of container device that's consistent, I can then dump vectors in there, I can dump graphics in there, photos, whatever. Where's your steamer? Raquel's asking where your steamer is.
Alright.
Your steamer.
Steamer. It's great.
That's so funny. That's so funny. What was it I said to you yesterday? I said something. Oh yeah, I think I just put her on camera and put her on the spot. And I just loved how your default response was to go. Just start. Just, oh no, he's pointed the camera at me. Quick, steam, steam. Oh, all right, there we go. I'm going to leave it there because I got a lot of steps I still got to do today. What are we on? 3,500. Oh, God, I'm going to have to do a big walk.
That's easy.
Oh. Oh, well, thank you very much for your input today, everyone. That's really helpful. And thanks for bearing with me as we traverse this thumbnail minefield roller coaster type thing. Oh, dear. Getting there. One day at a time. Yeah, no, it's definitely coming together. Definitely. Oh, you're welcome. Right, so if anyone would like to learn Illustrator with me, as I mentioned, I've got my 2 courses. There is a link pinned at the top of the chat for Illustrator, or if you want to check out the Photoshop one, go to dansky.com. And it's everything from like beginner installing the software for the first time to pretty much the most advanced stuff I can teach. So it's all there. If you've got any questions, though, hello@dansky.com, and I will do my best to help. Oh, right. Eyes on the road, Kerry. Oh, amazing. Right. Catch you later, guys. Bye.